Welcome to a 1.5 game of Kingdom Death Monster. Thank you to Varak, I believe is the username. They released 1.5 content so you can add them to whatever tabletop simulator stuff you use. And since we're starting a new campaign, special shoutouts to Eskander and Nognoth. You guys are fantastic. This is their table from the last time I did this. We did a People of the Sun campaign last time. Since this is my first tizzy with 1.5, I'm not overly familiar with all the changes, so it's new to me for the most part. I figured we'll just do a Lantern campaign, and it'll be a base game Lantern campaign, so no expansions here. I'm gonna do the tutorial line fight in this video, but before I do that, why don't we establish some rules and talk about the overall setup. First of all, as you can see, there's a giant red bar on the top of the screen. Now, I hope it's not that distracting. Last time I did these videos in complete silence, and it's probably better for overall video quality, but I wanted to listen to something, just some background noise really. So what this red bar is a Nintendo radio. Now I can't change the red bar, that's what they use. That's a window capture you're looking at. That is actually what I see. they use this red color. I don't know why they didn't opt for like a nice gray, but I love them because if you didn't know, there's a Nintendo radio station. They play Nintendo music all day, every day, and they have like hundreds of thousands of songs at their disposal. It's very impressive. So, just background noise. I guess let me know if it's bothersome for you guys at all. But I would like to keep the sound. I could hide it, but I figured people might want to see what's playing, so I'm gonna leave it there for the time being. And I opted for the radio over my own music, so there's less user bias, you know? Not everyone's gonna like the music that I listen to. But anyway, we're here for Kingdom Death, so why don't we get started? Real quick, everything that's black, or highlighted in different colors, as you can tell, those are things that have probably had 1.5 changes added to them. They just don't have a back, but it's all good. So we've got that going on. There will be some missing back textures, but front textures are fine. This is all the same for a storage. This is all the same. Now, I did not... It won't matter now. I'll do this in a later episode, but I don't remember changing club proficiency with the updates for 1.5. Actually, I can look at that real quick. Why not? I have it saved here. Saved objects. Kingdom Death. I guess that's the 1.5 bag. Anyway, this is the 1.5 changes to be added. They come in giant chests. What's in here? Add into your module, replace it in your module. It should be in here because it's a replace, but I don't remember seeing it. It's the Kingsman AI, Moss Basic Actions, those guys, Secret Fighting Art, Forsaker Mass. Wait, it's not rendered in with the correct picture. Not until you pull it out. Armor set, settlement location, first aid, priority token, cat terrarium, first aid kit, or barber surgeon stuff. Armor set, rawhide, drum, white line, AI, innovations, fighting arts, disorders. Yeah, I don't see the weapon change. I just started thinking about it. So, clubs is different, right? What does errors say it does? This club. I'm fairly certain club proficiency has changed. I don't know if that is the 1.5. What is the preview card? I know it comes in this box here. Let me take a look at the 1.5 preview. I might just pull it out. Hopefully this doesn't die on me. Tabletop Simulator has been really hissy-fitty with my recording software. It's because my laptop sucks, but I'll do the best I can. You have club. Right, the double. Okay, I'm just gonna pull this out. It says 1.5 there. We're gonna put this back in here. We're gonna leave this in the pile as well. I have to double check. I don't know if that was changed in the official one, because this was the preview items. But I'll make sure I double check what the correct club up is, because Varrock, I suppose, forgot to add club. I emptied the whole bag earlier, this whole thing, and it's not in any of them. I'm fairly certain I did not miss it. Anyway, we can remove that stuff. So, as you can see, I got a bunch of books and shit lying out. So, we're going to use this death count, the innovation board, as usual. This is the new sequence of events. They have this chart that references your settlement phase and what you do, in what order. Most important changes are, well, they specify things so you can't fuck up. So survivors return, they get healed. These are tokens. You don't take off the gear, though. Gain endeavors. You update your timeline, which you draw a settlement event card and resolve it. I'll show that in a minute, the timeline. And then after you do that, you trigger story and settlement events on the timeline this year until they're all done. Then you update the death count. Unless someone dies during the events, then it updates immediately. Check milestones then, which is like if you hit 15 population or had a kid or whatever, milestones get checked. Then you get to develop. Then you get to depart, and only when you prepare departing survivors can you remove gear from returning survivors. So this is a big change, I believe, or clarification to keep in mind. If something happens to someone during the timeline update and drawing a settlement event card, say like you have a fragile weapon or something equipped, you can't save that. You can't bullshit it. So you'll lose things. Anyway, special showdowns occur, and then you go back up to this part after. Then you record and archive resources and your settlement phase. All these books here, these are 1.5 materials thanks to Varrock and the person he had the scans from. So these are all, what do you call it? Stated. They're all stated. It'll take a little longer looking through them without having the handy dandy book system Nognoth had, but I just deleted that. Those are all 1.5 rules. Everything is here for me. I put out the wound chart or severe injury charts are over here. Let's see. Since I have all 1.5 stuff, these are the hunt events here. Don't worry, I can zoom in on them, so their small size doesn't matter. I don't know why this is upside down. That's gonna bother me. Even though it wasn't upside down here in the zoom in, but whatever. Because I have all this here, and because we have a ton of new stuff, and I put in new cards in the decks and things, whatnot, I'm not going to be using any of the convenient scripting, so I hope you guys will bear with me as I will have to manually do card stuff, but it should be relatively quick because it's all sorted. Anyway, this is the glossary book over here. Now, new stuff over here. The guy double-sided them. These are the new rules for all of your principles. Principles. So I'll just left them up here until we unlock them. I'll put them in here and I'll shrink them. Can shrink them down more. Alright, so they're not in use yet. And then innovation deck's all new. This is the new timeline. I will use a dice for the survival limit since I wanted the niceties of those things, but we're just gonna use this stuff. So we've got one survival. I'll use dice for that. I'm not gonna worry about naming the settlement. When I have to name it, like, I'm not gonna edit this picture and put a name here. We'll just say I named the settlement. I don't even know what to name it anyway. And the death count will be used here, so I don't have to worry about that. I'm sticking with these handy things that came with the Nognoth Eskander table. So this will mark new events down. As for year completion, I'm probably just gonna move the main one forward, and wherever it says timeline events, I don't know how I'm gonna do that yet. Maybe I'll use a token. I might take out a token and just use a token to check stuff. Now, I forget his name already. The person who uploaded the 1.5 content did provide like a check and a cross thing to help you with this, so I'll probably import those later. But this is the new timeline. It goes up to 36 years now, if you're not familiar. Gold Smoke Night occurs on year 30. I don't know how the end game is gonna go down, but when you kill the Watcher on 25, if I kill the Watcher, you know, we'll probably die way early and the game will end. But if we got to the Watcher and beat him, I don't know if you still get the Exhausted Lantern Horde and you have to deal with level 3 monsters from year 25 onward. We'll see how that all goes down. Anyway, the milestones are listed here. So we'll be dealing with all of these. We get 5 innovations, we do Hood and Night, you know, all that fun stuff. And then there's the qualities list, which they already have these in, but I can't check them for when I unlock them. I might get, once I get those checkboxes and whatnot, we can do that. And the principles are listed here, but they'll be marked here, so who cares. And the Nemesis monster chart was put on its own thing. There's also this new mechanic, Lantern Research level. I don't know what that is. Probably put a dice here though at the end once we do it. And monster volumes, I believe you like. It'll become clear later. I forget what these do exactly. That's 1.5 material. We've got this new dice called a Death Die. I just have it to the side here. We've got the new priority target rule thing here, which is when a monster performs pick target action, it picks you. That's all it is. That's how it works. The only exceptions are if it's specified. As in Fuzzy Groin, every card chooses just a person. So like Terrifying Roar, with the new rules, Terrifying Roar would target everyone, I believe. Even if someone is the priority, but if you cut off the lion's dick or balls, then Terrifying Roar would only target the person that cut off its balls. Anyway, we are still using the old character sheets because I want all these niceties, basically. And I'm not sure how to get rid of that red button that appears, but I'm not worried about it. I think that's the tabletop simulator feature. I don't know why they would do that. I guess people couldn't tell if they were over buttons. It's beyond me. Anyway, there's these reroll tokens that were added to remind you of a once-in-a-lifetime reroll. I may or may not use them as I see fit. And the last thing I wanted to say was I have my red icon again from last time. I thought that idea was fine. If it's highlighted, we're gonna get weapon XP. If not, no, we're not. And then I will use these to mark who is gone and who is not gone yet. So, is there anything else I need to do? I set up the first story, White Lion. We will do the honors of fighting that. Yes. An important thing for me. Or... yeah, we'll just continue. So, dice rolling rules. In my last series, King and Death, I would take dice and roll them and keep them on the table, and that's all well and good, but Tabletop Simulator has since implemented this cool feature where you press R and dice roll. So, we are going to use this feature and roll all dice over here. There should be no problems with them. Like, leaving the board, this hard to see, like, board edge that exists. Yeah, now you can see it. Last time, anytime I dice rolled off that, I called it a crack, but we won't have to worry about that now. I'm just gonna roll dice like this. We're gonna use white for survivors and black for the monsters. I'll add them as I need them. We'll roll these like that too. Whatever the result is, will stand. That's how we're gonna play the game. One other thing to point out. I'm trying to think. What was it? I wanted to say it. Something. I wanted to mention something. Damn, I can't remember. How important was it? There was something else with rolling dice. Oh, shuffling cards. So in my last playthrough, you noticed, or you would have noticed if you checked it out, that I would, mash the R button to shuffle. Also, there's nothing I can do about different card backs on certain cards. I know one of these is a different card back because they weren't included in the 1.5 stuff. There's a missing fighting art, so I just used the old one. Anyway, instead of mashing the R button, which is mostly for the monster deck, hit location deck, because I felt like I was messing myself up with the trap card a lot just by mashing shuffle. So for this playthrough, I'm going to hit the button once. We're going to hit the button once. Only once. Only once ever. I don't know why I shuffled that, but who cares? Only once will things be shuffled. So, thank you for listening to the beginning of this. Why don't we get this first story started of our new campaign? We've got Strange Hand on top. There's the shuffle. We've got Claw on top. There's the shuffle. Everything is set up for the basic White Lion. Custom deck list 6 move, 6 toughness. Let's introduce you to the characters. We have Carlos Cardist. Sorry, these names are going to be super corny. I could think of a decent naming convention, and I did fighting game characters for my last one, so I'm just going to do alliteration, random alliteration, and the last names will quite possibly relate to gaming in some fashion. We have Laura Lore Checker, David Dicer, and Maria Meevils. So I hope you guys enjoy. These are our characters. I set them up like so. 6 spaces away from the lion. Yeah. And we're all near each other so we can help each other out. So, without further ado, I believe... Oh, right. Some other things to note. Because it's a single player game, I will play with the single player suggestion. We will not have a monster controller, so nobody will be gaining insanity for targeting themselves. And unlike last time, I will play with the suggested rules and tie breaking. If the monster can ever target 2 or more survivors, the rulebook stated, and people pointed this out to me in the past, that the players choose who gets attacked. So unlike last time where I kept it completely random, I will let myself choose who gets attacked for the most tactical advantage. My tanks will take hits when they can, and my non-tanks will not take hits when they can. So, wish me luck. Let's go. I've dawdled on long enough. We all know the tiger, or the lion, I call it a tiger all the time, I don't know why. The white lion likes to claw. Closest threat facing in range. Everyone is 6 spaces away. So it's a 4-way tie, so I already get to choose my target. So I'm just gonna choose you know what, it doesn't matter at this point, so I'm gonna roll off for it the way I do, which will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just for this one so I can start somewhere. 9, 10 I'll re-roll. So I don't know who to pick on. 9, 10 I will re-roll 6. Alright, yellow. So David Dicer is the target. Lion will end up here. Let's go. This is how we'll do it. I'm gonna hit the R button a whole bunch. We've got 2 speed, 2+ accuracy, 1 miss, and a 3. So the lion gets 1 claw in on David to the body. David's a man though, he's just gonna get clawed on the body like it's no big deal. We won't use our survival. And that will already end the lion's turn. So, survivors, we want David to not be in the front of this thing, and I am not going to throw a founding stone to get the strange hand that's on top. Why don't we... 1, 2, 3, 4. And have David hit the side of the monster. So, founding stone profile is the same. It's got 2 dice, it's on 7s, and it's 1 string. We're trying to beat a 5 or a 6, so we got 9 and 7s, 2 hits. Alright, so Strange Hand is always on top, and Beast's Heal. Definitely attack the heal first, because this has a failure thing, so... Die number 1 for the heal. Get a 7! We get a wound. Nothing fancy. Simply 1 wound for the lion as his heel gets cut by David Dicer. That was in the wrong deck. Now for the scary one. The Strange Hand. Founding Stone cuts! Oh, we get fucked, so... David Dicer will have basic action performed at him. Just 2 speed, 2+ accuracy, 1 damage. Nothing else going on. I've noticed in this table that cards fall through things a lot, so hopefully I catch that. Alright. Strange Hands pawn back at David Dicer. What do we have here? We've got a perfect hit and a 5. One last clarification. I know sometimes in Tabletop Simulator the dice end up on their corners, kind of like this, in a weird view. I'll point it out when it happens, and you guys will see it too. If a crack like that occurs, I'm going to re-roll. I'm not going to listen to what Tabletop Simulator claims is the top dice when it's visually not looking right. So, just one final note from my playthrough. Anyway, we have 2 hits with the Strange Hand. This doesn't do anything else, right? No. The head and the foot. So, he already went... He'll take the head damage. He'll take the foot damage too. Not looking great. Gets knocked down. That's okay. It's on his turn, so he'll stand back up later. Now... That was David Dicer. So, we want to go with her next. Hopefully we don't chase this down beastie away. Let me move this dice since we don't need it. I'll put it in the box. Who are you? Green? We've got Laura. Lord Checker. We will just try and get some damage with the Founding Stone going on here. Don't need to do anything fancy. Another 2 hits. 9 and 8. Yeah. We're doing good at the moment, I would say. Beast here. Not great. And his kneecap. Cut the kneecap first. Alright, I don't think it matters if I pull them out over to there, so I'm just gonna roll them over here and get into the habit of just using this space. 4! 1 is a 5. No dice on the kneecap. Beast's ear, hopefully we don't fail. 5 and a 1 is a 6, so we do succeed on attacking the beast's ear. So no failure occurs. Cause another wound. We're doing good. That was a Lord checker. Since we opened up the space back here, let's have... it doesn't matter which one of these two does it. We'll let the lady get in the back. One of you, you're Maria. Roll the hit. Again, the Founding Stone will be my weapon of choice. We get score 1 hit this time. Get the beast's ribs. Can we get a wound? Can we get a wound? Oh my goodness, we got a perfect wound, critical wound. The force of the blow breaks the White Lion's ribs, weakening it. White Lion gains a -1 toughness token. Remember, I can't do the wound for this, but since we critted, we actually cancel that effect on the top. So if I did have 3+ understanding, I would not gain a survival. But we have -1 toughness with a cracked rib on the damn White Lion. That's really good. And I forgot this goes here. Let's keep this order correct. We get another wound. Good job, Maria. I like the way this is looking. I'll just get in here. We'll do one more Founding Stone swing, especially since now I only need 4s to wound. Wow, we're hitting 2 8s. So, Beast's Elbow. Well, hopefully we don't fail that. And the Fuzzy Groin. Alright. Hit him in the dick first. Always the dick first. Always crit the dick. Roll an 8. Cut the dick. Didn't crit the dick, but we cut the dick. This might be a really easy line fight, but I won't count him out yet. Okay. Roll the 5, which will be +1 is a 6, so we succeed on the elbow. Did I take a wound out for the dick? I didn't even pay attention. See, I need to slow down. I want to say yes. You know what? Because I forgot, I'm gonna say I forgot. So if I forgot, that sucks, but I need to slow down, make sure I do. 5 seems accurate. She wounded twice. He wounded once. She did twice. She did once because she missed one. So that's 4 and then 5. Yeah. Okay. Fantastic. It might actually need to be at 6, but no. Whatever. Alright, White Lion gets a go. Everybody went. Make sure I keep up with these things. So, what are we doing? We're grasping. Closest knockdown survivor. Oh man, he's... David Dicer's having a bad day, like everybody else. Alright, David Dicer's the target. Move and attack the target, and then after damage, the White Lion will isolate its prey. So, he's gonna want to dodge. It's only 1 dice, thankfully, for David, so this is probably gonna be worth dodge. It does hit. I will spend survival. We will dodge that. So there goes our survival, so we don't get grabbed or harmed. We'll ignore the rest of this card. Okay. David gets back up. Everybody is active once more. Now, sorry, I bumped the mic, so I apologize if it popped. What do we want to do? There's not much to do. Why don't we get David on the side? Yeah, get him on the side. We know how the lion likes to operate. He likes to lunge. David will attack. Ooh, 16 cards left, so hopefully we don't hit that trap with him. We get a 9 and a 10. This is with Founding Stone. Beast Tail. It's a good thing we moved out of the way. And the Beast Temple. So failure sucks. But since it's at 5 toughness, I have really good odds. 40 to 60% chance that we cause a wound. We'll attack the temple first and see what happens here. This will be the die. And David Dicer, what are you doing, man? He's clearly not good with dice. Alright, basic action of the lion on him. Let's see if he gets knocked down or if he even survives this. We've got a perfect and a miss. That's pretty good, actually. Only one hit. On the foot. I think he took a foot. He did, so that's a knockdown. On the bright side, the lion will not lunge away from the rest of the party. But David is in jeopardy. Once again. The heavy wound to the foot. He's having a really bad time. Alright, since he is already back here, we're going to have, I forget his name, Carlos Cardiste. Attack with Founding Stone. We've got, okay, there's a 2, and this is, no, that's a 3, alright. That weird angle makes me think it's cracked, but that's definitely a 3. So 2 misses, no good. We're gonna have him move 2, 3 over here onto the side. Get out of the blind spot, so the other 2 can get in. Who are you, Maria? Maria. All right, I gotta cut that out. Founding Stone up the butt. +1 accuracy for blind spot. We have a 7 and an 8, so we are getting hits. We have the back. We have the scapular deltoid, and Maria knows how to stab a damn lion. So we'll roll this die here. First area, which I don't think it mattered which one I did. We got a 3. That's only a 4. That will be a failure, unfortunately. Full move monster forward in a straight line. Cancel all hits now out of range. Any survivors passed over suffer grabs. David Dicer having a bad day. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the lion is here. David is dying, and you know what? That's fine by me. Because if someone dies in the tutorial, you get your death principle active. Undamaged due to grab. To the waist. Wow, look at that. His waist armor came in handy. But he's getting dragged around. Alright, we're gonna get in there. May as well. So 2 more dice, 1 more attack from, I haven't flipped any of these over. I'll leave them up for this round. Later on in the game, when it gets more complicated than the first story, I'll definitely be using these. Hopefully. I might forget. We have a 5, which is a 6, not a 7, and a 2, which is 3. So, no good, no dice. Hopefully, David will be okay, and she'll probably be knocked down. That's fine. Lion is enraged, as he should be. That makes him easier to kill, but he gains +1 damage token. He's a level 1 monster. And then if a survivor suffers any dismembered, severe injury, or is killed, enrage will go away. But we also have to draw an AI. So let's shuffle these. It's either money's on Dicer gets dragged to death. Alright. The lion wants Dicer. What do we got? It's a 7. The lion hits Dicer. On the waist. Well, that's a pretty good spot for the first part of this attack. So, 1 damage on the waist. Can't prevent it. Can't do anything. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200, Dicer. And then away from all survivors, so the lion will hit the board edge here and drag David to the edge. Do another 1 damage with grasp on his Body. Poor David. What did you do to deserve this, David? Nothing. Okay. That's the lion's turn. We know Claw is the only other thing this lion can do. David's still alive. The trap is coming up soon. He actually gets back up. We're gonna attack with David regardless of the situation occurring. I would be impressed if he actually manages to survive this. But Founding Stone on the side, we do get 2 6s which do not hit, so David will now proceed to run away like a little bitch. I mean, he's a man, he's been taking it pretty well, I can't call him a bitch. Alright, let's attack first and see what happens. 5, so Maria, not Maria, Laura. We'll get in there with her Founding Stone on the blind spot. 50% hit rate. We scored 1 on the flank. It would be really good to cause a wound here. Nope, no wound. Only a 4. And we need a 5. So, I'm surprised, but no dice. These two, in no particular order, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll have her go straight up because we need to be near this cat in order to do combat. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to have him move over 1 to there. So that is how we will move. Everybody is finished. I'll just flip these back over. White Lion will take his turn. Oh right, I forgot something about the White Lion already. He was enraged. So, Grasp did the same amount of damage, right? But the first thing that got hit was his waist. So, he's actually heavy on the waist because he took 2 damage. See, I need to stay on top of everything. Playing solos is fun. Because you get to play through the campaign, and you know you're going to finish it. You don't have to rely on everyone getting together to finish, but not having people check on you. Anyway, Claw. Closest threat facing in range is nobody. Closest threat in the field of view is David Dicer. Because she's not in the field of view. Alright, so Lion will turn around and will move like so. Will end up here. She will be knocked down as she was ran over. And David Dicer is about to get fucked up. 8 and an 8. So 2 hits. We're taking 2 damage apiece onto our foot and body. Alright, so that's 2 severe injuries for David Dicer. He will do them in order. So the body will be first. And he rolled an 8 for the body. Okay. 8. Broken rib. Even hurts to breathe. Suffer -1 permanent speed. Injuries permanent can be recorded multiple times. Gain a bleeding token. David has a broken rib, but is he going to die regardless? Let's find out. Foot area is a 3. He's not dead. Bleeding. That's honestly not that bad. He's hanging in there. He's doing okay. Not knocked down because those are already heavily injured. So I'm pretty shocked. Honestly, I thought he was a goner. Anyway, the lion finishes its turn. She stays knocked down as she got knocked down on the lion's turn. And we get up at the end of the next turn. Let's attack with the other people since the trap is coming. David deserves a chance at survival. Actually, you know what? David will go first. Just in case he either A, chases it away, although we've gone through 3 of those cards, or B, I don't know, if he doesn't hit the trap, he should stay in the blind spot, hopefully. We'll go first with David. David missed entirely, so that's them apples. 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, he'll go next. We have a 7, 1 hit. Feels like it's been a while since we've done any damage here. Okay, Beast Brow, pretty bad location. We don't want to cause a wound, but 4 plus 1 will be a 5, so we do cause a wound. I mean, I have the dice selected there. Now, Snarling, the monster swats at its attacker. Attacker suffers 1 brain damage, so we have 1 brain damage for Carlos, light brain injury. And then perform basic action targeting the attacker. Alright. You know what, I'll keep my people dice up here and I'll put the monster dice up here because I have a lot of space I'm not going to be using. 4 and 8, 2 hits. We are getting hit on the hand and body. Now, Carlos will take both of those. Will both be heavy. Since nobody lost a limb, he'll get knocked down. That's all this does, right? Yeah. Whew, 2 damage a pop. Alright, so that occurred. Now, all we have left is Maria. Right, she's Laura, Maria. Alright, Maria. Blue player. 6 and a 4. That's no hits. No good. Well, it's time to find out if David gets wrecked by Claw. I guess he doesn't have to. She can take the hit. Anyway, Lions go. It's Claw. So, closest threat facing in range is nobody. Closest threat in field of view is both of them. And as per the new rules I want to use for advantages such as this is a good example. Before I would have rolled to randomly determine who gets wrecked, but we can have Maria take 1 for the team since she's very healthy. Alright. 2 attacks, 2 plus to hit. He got 2 hits, as the lion tends to do. Hand and foot, so we will take both of those, no point in dodging as far as I can tell. And she will be knocked down. That'll end the lion's turn. We have a lot of chances to kill it before the trap appears. 2 people in the blind spot. David, you want to redeem yourself or you want to take a trap for a team? Either or. Well, we got a 7. This is what I would consider sort of cracked, but I think it looks good enough. It's a 7. Take that hit. Beast Paw! Oh boy, David, don't fail! Don't fail! Rolled another 7! Alright, David gets a wound. So 1 more wound to kill the beast. We'll have Laura go for it. Founding Stone in the back, perfect hit, and a complete whiff. What do we have? No, it's not the trap. All we have to do is not fail. Might be the easiest first storyline ever. It is. All in all, not bad. So that'll be a wound. We only scored 1 crit on a location. It didn't really matter. I guess it kind of helped. But that'll be the tutorial White Lion defeated. Alright. Taking a look at the Showdown White Lion. I believe all we gain is the 4 and 4. I don't have the aftermath. Is it in here? I need to double check if it's just 4 and 4 because it's been months. I don't have Kingdom Death rules memorized anymore. Nor do I have the 1.5 stuff. Out of all of these 1.5 materials, the first story actually wasn't provided as far as I am aware. You would think it would be included in the timeline events, because if you look at the timeline, first day is listed on here. So, I don't know. Anyway, let's get the first story. I think it's like page 23, somewhere around there. Close enough. Page 24. Nah, this is like the story portion. 29? Aha! Setting up. I wish I knew a faster way to go through these tabs. I'm sure there is a shortcut, but I don't know what it is. Anyway, 35 explains some rules. 38 is too far. 36. Alright, victorious. Take out White Lion's resources, draw 4 basic resources. No one died. Yeah. Turn the page, create your settlement, which we follow from here. Cool. Okay, so it's just 4 and 4. That's what I thought. I just want to be sure. Sorry for the delay. So anyway, let's see what goodies we have. The beast is dead. We have a shimmering mane. That's a good pull. That's 2 hides. A lion claw. It's not bad. A bone. Bone's great. Great cat bone. 2 bones. Very good. White fur. 3 hides. Not too shabby. That's like the first 3 armors. I realized I mashed R on that and I said I wasn't going to. It's not a big deal. Yeah, it's gonna say that. Scripting error. That is fine. I mean, it's annoying that I'm gonna see that constantly, but I decided to just not worry about scripts, so hopefully it's tolerable. We're gonna handle all this ourselves. So, 3 bone. We actually have the ability to make full armor right off the bat and have a tank. This is used resources. Let me leave that out. Broken Lantern is whatever. Now, as for these, I can actually delete all of this because this is first line stuff that I had set aside for myself and we won't be needing it anymore. Don't worry, I made a master save file beforehand, so let me move just this stuff here. Give them some space so I can just roll them. And then you can go here. You guys can stay up there. Okay. So, very cool. These guys will make it back. We'll just leave them up here. Why not? And let's see. First thing we do is recover. Listen to my dog bark. That's one thing we can do. As Roxy returns for another season of this Kingdom Death. It's nice to be back. You're at 1-1. You should be at 1. No one else took brain damage, I don't think. And you are at 1. Reno. Okay. So yeah, that happened. Don't move the gear. We gain 4 endeavors. Which we have these nice things still. And update the timeline. So it is Lantern Year 1. We are going to do the first day settlement event. So this is the new one. I don't know if there's anything actually different on here. Survivors wander, drawn to blooming light in the distance. Find the serene comfort of a towering pile of lanterns and a small collection of scared people. On a deep instinctual level, they know this area is safe and make it their home. So we'll roll 1d10 to determine our starting population and record the result on the back of the settlement record sheet. Choose and record genders for unnamed survivors. You may name an unnamed survivor and create their survivor record sheet anytime during the settlement phase. Yeah, so I'm gonna go 50-50 as always. We will have half boys, half girls. We'll roll this dice right here. Black one on the left. We rolled a 5, so we're doing average. And we have 8 unnamed returning survivors. So, let's take one of these. I will leave survivor stuff up here this time around. It's gonna get crowded. To avoid the strange deletion that can occur in Tabletop Simulator, deletion of information, I will be leaving stuff out. But I'm gonna probably end up editing the sheet before I want to copy paste it a bunch. So I'll leave that there. We have, so I don't forget, 8 survivors. Okay. So after that, turn to the settlement section of the first story and proceed to returning survivors. First day settlement event card will not be used again during the campaign. Do not include it. Delete. Okay. So that's gone. Make sure I shuffle that. I'll shuffle it again as I need. So we are done with first day. We are now doing returning survivors, which is this stuff. Alright. Nominate someone to utter the first words. I have to say that David Dicer, even though he has -1 speed, this guy is a trooper and he's got some things to say, like ow, I'm bleeding and dying, and fuck that lion, and some other profanities probably strewn in there. And what the fuck, guys, why didn't anybody help me? So David is going to be nominated because why not? So nominated survivor steps forward, gains 1 courage. They lead the other survivors to learn to speak to one another. They discuss their situation, realizing they must hunt to live. Add the white line to the quarry list on the settlement record sheet. Already done. Settlement gains the language innovation, and we'll add that to our innovations area. This is our first innovation, and we'll make us build the innovation deck, which is the same thing: ammonia drums, hollow and lantern paint, symposium. So I'll get those together. And then we'll do the glowing network. So first of all, David Dicer, you got 1 courage. You're probably going to get 1 understanding in a minute, as I recall. This doesn't have the cool stuff on the back, but we'll make the notes just so we know what people did. What is the actual title of this thing? Hold up. First words. Yeah, I'll just say spoke the first words. And then he's gonna do something else. I'll just say spoke the first words, so we don't need to say glowing center. Anyway, we get language. This is the new language card for 1.5. Survival limit goes up by 1. Everyone gains in courage. It is identical. So we have 2 survival. Everyone has the encourage action, which honestly, I don't really want to care about checking these constantly and updating this constantly. And because there's a 5th survival action in the game now, which we will have from here, I'll just make sure I check my innovations. We have encourage, so I can keep that in mind. It's pretty obvious what we can do and can't do. Alright, with encourage, we build our deck. Did I shuffle this, by the way? Hope I didn't, because this was actually organized kind of nicely. Yeah, all the stuff was on at the bottom. So, Symposium, Paint, Ammonium, wait, drums, I forget. It's been that long. Where is this thing? Inner Lantern and Ammonia Drums Hovel. Inner Lantern. Okay, it is Hovel. So it's just the other two that are on the top. Hovel, Inner Lantern. There's our deck. There's our 6 cards. Wait, stop doing that. One and done. Okay. So, deck is built. We finished with our work and we gathered around the glowing center of the new settlement, which I'm gonna call it alliteration. Something alliterated, just because I'm gonna alliterate everybody's names, because I'm corny. Alright, anyway, glowing center. Armed with language, the nominated survivor aptly names the glowing center of their home the Lantern Horde. Settlement gains the Lantern Horde settlement location. It's already flipped. Way to go, us. So, yeah, we have that added. And then he'll sit in front of it in awe and gain 1 understanding and skip the next hunt phase as he ponders the meaning of existence. So, cool. And then this says return to the first story to complete the settlement phase. First story was the card that I deleted, right? Oh no, first story is the lion fight. First story just has you run down this list of shit. It's this. This is first story. So... what does page 2 of this say? Just to double check. That needs a minute to load. Let's see. David Dicer has to skip the next hunt. Where's that box? There it is. So we're just gonna leave David Dicer over here on the right, and that'll be our banished for a hunt, guys. And you gain endeavors, update timeline. We're doing the update timeline now. Triggered the timeline events. Okay, and that just says resolve additional events as you get them. Same settlement event card cannot be played more than once per settlement phase. No additional instances. Oh, cool. That was a problem that came up before. I forget with what, but something operated twice, I believe, in one of my older games. They have Acid Storm here as a reference. Anyway. Update death count. Nobody died. David Dicer decided to live. Check our milestones. I don't have a population counter anymore, which is a little annoying. So I am going to... I'm gonna borrow this death die. And we're gonna make 2 more die that are red here. This will be our population counter. We got 8 people plus the 4 starting, so we are at 12. Pop. And I'm just gonna change it to pop counter, which I should have did that and then copy paste it, but we'll do it the hard way. Pop counter. Okay, looking good. Looking real good. What's next? Wait, check the milestones, which is this, we have not hit any milestones as far as I'm aware. First child, first death, 15 pop, 5 innovations, dead. Okay. Too bad there's not a couple other milestones. Now we can develop. Alright, so basically I just follow this for forever and ever. But we shall develop. Now, it's important to note that until I go to the prepare departing survivors step, Mr. David Dicer is still the one who's equipped with this shit. So I'm going to get into the habit of not moving people up until I'm on the departing survivors step. But for right now, we can develop. We have so much stuff that we can do. First thing I'm going to do is eliminate the shimmering mane, archive it, and gain 2 basic hides. So we have 5 hides. Yeah, we do. That is a full armor set if I want. And 3 bones is a lot of weapons. Broken Lantern is probably not getting used, so we'll just store that now. The only thing we can really do at the moment is endeavor to innovate. Oh right, I want to innovate. We don't have an organ. Oh, I thought this was really great of a start, but we're actually going to be behind on innovating 1 lantern year already. That's okay. I'll just have to make sure I innovate next year, definitely. So we'll definitely make a full armor set this year then. That's not supposed to be hiding. This is one of the new items. I don't know when it comes into play or where to put it, so I just put it under here. Anyway, we will build the bonesmith. We will build the skinnery. We will build the organ grinder, because I don't know what else I'm going to do with my endeavor. Sure as hell not building tier 2 buildings, although I could make a weapon crafter already and just get it out of the way. That would be stupid. So that's 3 endeavors down. The fact that I can't spend my 4th on innovating is gonna make me really mad. I can't share experience. Oh right, I forgot. The whole series of steps that we did not do. Returning survivors. Gain. Onto XP. They're all at 1. Okay, anyway. I guess I can augury. Before I augury though, we want to use my stuff. Oh, I could make a stone nose instead of augury. Stone nose is one of the new items, and it costs an endeavor to make, and it's not even that great in my opinion, but I could try it out. This is a stone nose, or stone noses. On arrival, you gain a survival and an insanity, and it just clarifies what arrival means. So, I don't know if that's a good thing. Speaking of which, I have to update everybody's sheets. Right, you would be at 2. Not gonna bother updating those on the side. I find it somewhat unnecessary. Excuse me. You don't have anything else. You are at 2. You are at 2. You are at 2. So, I guess I'm gonna give it a shot. Because I want to try out the new mechanics, see how we like them. I have nothing else to do with this endeavor except possibly make a kid. But 10 to 1, I just gain a survival anyway, so we will make 1 stone nose, which is this item here. So I'll make a stone nose. I don't know why they made this cost an innovation. That's really dumb. That's expensive. We're gonna make a full set of armor. because I don't need bandages yet. I don't have drums or ammonia. Hopefully, if I'm lucky, when we hunt the white lion for year 1, which we are now on year 1. You know what? I'll just use a bleeding token to mark it. We bled our lanterns of 1 year of life. So. Dun, 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 dun. Alright, let's not sing the music. But yeah, I can't do anything else. As for bone stuff, the new bone club item does cost 3 bone. This thing seems fairly strong, although cumbersome. Like, it seems crazy strong to me. We don't have a skull. I don't like using 2 bone on the skull helm when 1 skull does just the same job. Anyway, let's get these. I think I'm satisfied with already having a tank. So 1, 2. Why are you all upside down? 5. Copy. Paste. Put those back. So we have a full rawhide set already. That'll be these 5 hide. And then these 3 bones. We shall... I'm gonna run the gamut here. We can get the dagger. Bone dart, definitely a bone dart. For white lion. I might want 2 bone darts. It's either a blade or a dart. Blade is pretty decent though, so I will get a blade. And we will get a dagger. We'll run the gamut of variety for the team. So overall, I'd say not too shabby of a first day. Alright. So after this was the develop stat. We're going to prepare departing survivors. So now the gear gets off of him. He gets finished. We need 8 of these. So thank you very much for watching. This will be the end of the prologue, the introductory for my new 1.5 campaign. I'd say off to a really good start, sans an innovation, which is a little subpar, but it's not bad. I'll set this stuff up. I'll have 8 characters to introduce you guys and girls to, and I hope you wish me luck on there. People of the Lantern campaign. My personal goal is to make it to the Gold Smoke Knight. I don't care if he kills us or we kill it. I want to see how it works. I haven't seen anything about him, so I don't know how the fight goes. Probably impossibly difficult or busted or something, but we'll find out. This chart is fairly different, I've noticed. Look at this shit. Kingsman level 2 hits you on year 19 now. It used to be like up here or something, I think. Or maybe I was thinking if you resist the armored strangers and that's the first fight, then level 2 is on year 9, which is tough to prepare for, but we'll see how this settlement develops. Anyway, thank you again for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed. Feel free to let me know your opinions on the music, if it's okay with you guys, if it's just in the background for me to have something to listen to. Hopefully the red bar is not too distracting. And yeah, we'll be back with another lion fight. I know we gotta start with the lion, but Next time I do a campaign, we'll definitely use expansions. And maybe... well, we'll have to wait until the other content from the Kickstarter is released and uploaded to Tabletop. But I do look forward to the Frog Dog. Replacing... I might just Gorm replace White Lion. We'll see what I do. Frog Dog, I forget what that is. I think it's an early game monster. Early game hunt. I'm rambling now. I'll shut up. Have a good day, everybody.